Okay, idiots. Time to play Find the Geriatric Professor. You know, the one that isn't in the helicopter?
For the love of all that is good, stop shouting.
Rattle your dags, guys. This castle ain't gonna storm itself.
What is up, everybody? It is Tog here, and you're probably, if you've clicked on this video, you're probably asking yourself a handful of things. Either one, Tog, why are you playing this map so much? Or two, Billy, why are you wearing a Golden State Warriors jersey? I thought you hated the Warriors. Or three, I literally don't know who this person is, and I clicked it because I was intrigued by the title or the thumbnail or the whatever. I like Black Ops 6 Zombies.
He's the real prize.
Or, I don't know. But if you're here for the story, I'm sorry. I might talk over it, and I don't have the subtitles on. If you want me to turn them on for future videos like this on the zombies, like, you can let me know. I might or might not do it. Just because I kind of want the main emphasis of this video at least to be what I have to say. Because I feel like lately, I know they're going to be talking a lot, and that's why sometimes I turn off the voice audio. But I do think it's going to be relevant, since what I'm trying to do here is the main quest. So some of it is relevant, and I'll let them run. And I might comment on what they say.
You just can't get the staff.
And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's interesting. So,
stop looking at me like I'm bloody
if you are consistently seeing what I upload, you may have noticed that last Saturday I uploaded a 2-hour plus video of this map. And odds are you probably didn't watch it, because I don't think the people who watch those videos overlap with the people who watch these videos. But maybe I'm wrong. I can't be certain about that. Thing is, that first long play, like 2 hours plus video that I uploaded
Starting to
for
think
Terminus,
you underestimated how much these nerds hate you. I think Harvard rather gargle a dog turd than have you along.
Yeah, well, what can I say? It's lonely at the top.
And for the Citadelle one, I actually failed. And if you go on my Twitch, like, I did succeed, and I had my first ever success on that with a highlight. Hopefully I still have space for it in the distant future, because I like it a lot. That was a very fun time, being able to successfully do it in 3 tries. But I kind of forced it this next time. I didn't get the weapons that I wanted, and I tried anyway. And I honestly may have been able to do it, but I forgot that I had a mutant injection. So I just ended up losing. And I was pretty disappointed, but I thought it was a pretty interesting, good gameplay anyway, so I uploaded it, despite it being a failure, especially because one of the people who kind of did inspire me to do YouTube, and by inspire I just mean I really liked them and I thought it was cool, was Chris Smooth. He used to upload a lot of 2K videos. Now he does mostly like NBA highlights and things like that. But what I didn't like about him was that he only would post, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I didn't see enough of them, he would only post when he would win. And maybe he was just really good at the game, and he would like only win, and I know I'm kind of doing that with Mario Kart now, so maybe I'm being a bit of a hypocrite. But I figured like I should upload it, even despite it being a failure. I know I am capable of doing it, and so I'm choosing to show a successful attempt now, kind of like with my old school zombies, where even if I fail, I keep going until I succeed, knowing that I am capable of it. But since I had already invested the time and everything into it, I wanted to make sure it went up regardless. So another aspect of it is why do I even upload at all?
I'm getting along with this lot better than you ever will.
Me? Pissed that you're popular with those mental titans? Please. I just need to know you'll still have my back if they get, you know, aggressive.
Double points.
Why am I even...
The main entrance is locked up tight.
Yes, but I'm sure the doors will yield with a little gentle persuasion.
Why do I even upload without commentary if I've spoken on my Zetsubo no Shima Easter egg that I didn't want to do that anymore? I didn't want to post things without commentary
Pretty
anymore.
sure I had one of those living in my first apartment. You know, I should have charged a rent.
So the thing is, it was those 2 videos, the Terminus and the Citadel, and probably in the future of the Tomb and the Shattered Veil, and if whatever the next map, if it's called anything, I would like to do, is why I did those without commentary. Is first and foremost, they take a lot less time. They take a lot less time to do, and since I'm uploading so much, as you can probably tell if you've been around the channel for a while, that I used to upload only once, maybe twice a week, or randomly here and there. Now I'm uploading 6+ times a week, including shorts, things like that.
You know what they say about horseshoes and hand grenades. I'm still sussing everyone out. For now, all I care about is getting my hands on the Franco.
I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you. Right up until the point you make his throat smile.
Yeah, Not bad.
The thing is, the
That'll
first
do
time I
alright.
ever uploaded a video like that was after my Old School Zombies
Farmers
Black
paid me to
Ops
kill
1
bigger pests when I was
Verrückt
10.
video.
That's how I bought my first bike.
And I got a dislike, and now I'm starting to get a few more dislikes, and honestly, I welcome that. I think it's good feedback to think about why people might be disliking it, but I admit that I took that one a little bit personally, because I hadn't gotten a lot of dislikes. I'd only really gotten positive feedback. You can tell in one of my community posts, if you find the one that's matched up with it, that the reason I did that in the first place was because sometimes I have to guess. There's no Google Forms or whatever that asks me, why did you dislike this video? Or why did you unsubscribe? Or why do you just not like the way I look? Or things like that, you know? So I basically took it upon myself to crack the code, and I believed what it was that I kind of just got lazy at the end. Once I achieved my goal, I kind of just died and was like, whatever. And I felt like someone may have been like, dude, like, you literally could have done so much better. That's really lazy of you. So I took that as a personal slight in a sense, but also like, alright, fine, I hear you. I'm gonna try to get to around 25 instead. And so I took 4 hours of my night one time when I had the time. And I know, 4 hours in the night, how do you have that? Don't ask, I just did. I decided to do it, and
like
once
that?
I uploaded
I
that,
sure
it
as
did
fuck
take a
did.
little bit of time, but that was the most successful video I have ever uploaded on my channel. And I had no commentary on it. The quality wasn't even that great at some points, and I don't know. I cracked 1,000 views. I cracked 1,700 views, and the watch time was out of this world. It was absurd.
You are not like the others. Well, you are not military. What? A criminal? Smuggler?
I prefer independent businesswoman, but you're not wrong. Don't suppose Uncle Sam gives out
So
medals
that
for
was like,
marksmanship.
hold up, why?
I'd even settle for a bickie.
Why is that the case? Why did that video do so well? So, in order to test out if it was a fluke or not, I uploaded another video with a very similar title and a very similar thumbnail, and half the length, admittedly. So maybe people did wish that it was longer, but I have videos of that length that don't get those views. And so I decided that it probably was a fluke. That Verrückt is a very nostalgic map. That I kind of used a title that was a reference to something very popular, like a series of books. And I don't know. I guess it just reached a very large amount of people, and people clicked on it, and people watched it, and people maybe left it running or whatever, because it was crazy. But regardless, like, I wanted to see, because I had promised, or I had made a mention that I wanted to, I didn't want to go back to that. I didn't want to upload things without commentary. And I did have that Casual Chronicles in January that was all, no commentary. It didn't do that well, and I didn't really expect it to. It was kind of just like a closure thing, a full circle thing for me, as that was the first series I ever did on my channel, and I deleted all of those videos, just in case I ever wanted to see something like that in the
He abducted my brother
future.
and sold him to a black site lab where they turned him into a 12-armed monstrosity. So yeah, you could say that.
But I just wanted to ensure that I was like getting the best. I want to figure out what it is that people like and people want to see. And honestly, I'm kind of grateful that that isn't what people want to see, because it would kind of like put a damper on me as like maybe like, because when I want people to view my videos because they like me or they want to see me, not necessarily because like I'm the best
Show's
at the
over,
game,
mates.
because I know that I'm not. I can't
surprised me
win
this was the same
the
one that
audience over
Pandora
by being
chick
the
got.
best player of any of these games in the world. I'm pretty good. I can be pretty great, but overall I can't be the best.
Knockoff on me, would you?
Yeah, this isn't
You
doing
ain't
any
that
damage
stupid.
at all. And
Better
so
I gamble here than some dodgy warehouse poker game.
honestly, I would
Those fuckers cheat.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm hitting the box. It's a different strategy because I just
He's
want to get
pretty.
some better weapons out of it.
But can he type?
But can he type? This is a very slow fire rate.
I'll make this look easy. But it's not. It's not at all. I hate it.
I
just
also
wanna be
don't really want to be like an information channel because
get
I know that a
complex
lot
because
of
of
there's
you.
plenty of
I'm
that.
gonna need to switch careers. Seriously, all I do is deal with boxes.
I want to dabble in it a little bit at the same. All right, this is it. This is gonna be it.
That's a relief. I'm sure you'd have me over a barrel. Again.
goddamn, you know, I want to be able to show these in all entertainment. Like the category, even though it doesn't say it says gaming or it says sports or whatever, my goal is to entertain you, to interest you, to make your day a little bit shorter if you feel like they're getting too long, or to offer you something of that nature. So if it's just the gameplay, like fine, I guess, but I kind of want it to be that the things that I say are interesting or grab you or whatever, or like, you know, just something that you enjoy watching with your time. And so I figure like some of these gameplays are very long. Like 2 hours is a long time to say a lot of things, and I have recorded some of those types of videos that end up being like 4 hours, and I can just like run out of things to say sometimes. But I figure if overall I don't have enough interesting things to say, then like honestly I should probably just hang it up.
Franco's storeroom. An arsenal of Geneva Convention violations.
You heard the man. Loot this shit out of it.
It's getting too quiet around here anyway.
Because there's the amount of videos that I have to make or want, like I have to make them because I want to make them and I want like to have that. But I also know like you gotta keep bringing. Oh shit, I'm down. Come on, heal. I'm getting out of here. This is a little tight. So I want to have enough things to say. Like I want to say things. I want to interest
one
things.
down and 8 more to go.
If I run out of, if I just don't have anything to say anymore, like my identity is lost. Like who I am as Tog73 is just not there anymore because what I do is I talk. I like to talk. So within reason, I think there's times where things can be shown, and this map is honestly one of the best maps I've ever played. And I kind of maybe want to do one for Terminus as well because I like Terminus, where I show the main quest step by step. But like there was one time where I did another community post and I asked if you preferred the old school zombies in long videos or in parts. And the people spoke. They said parts. Nobody said they liked the long ones. And I was a little stubborn. I wanted to see, because I had some success with long videos as well. I uploaded the Call of the Dead, which maybe it's not as popular of a map as, say, Keynote or Toten or Averroot, but I wanted to see with Shangri-La and Call of the Dead, and it wasn't as much, but even Ascension didn't do as well, so I wanted to see and open it up to the people. But a lot of what I do, I try to mimic, in a sense, like a TV show or a movie. It's not the same, of course, because I don't have actors, I just have me, and I don't have sets, I just have games. But overall, like the entertainment value, the way I would want them to be watched is kind of similar. Maybe it's not the platform for it to be like that, because on social media, like it's a lot less serious, but I want to take a lot of these videos seriously. And so I kind of want it to be that entertaining and that competition, that competitive factor, where I don't want to necessarily replace all the TV shows that you like watching, but, you know, offer something different if you ever want to switch it up and find other things. Kaboom! So let's go ahead and talk to Croft, which I didn't do in my series 4 Sword style. I actually forgot to talk to him a lot of the times, and he offers a lot of interesting interactions throughout while you're building the swords.
I know who you are and why you are here. To obtain the Sentinel artifact, you will first need an amulet hidden in this castle.
That is more than I could get from him all week.
Listen closely. Up in the Oculus tools. There the dead. I gave you the means to find the amulet. Now hurry. The Syndicate cannot be allowed to obtain the Sentinel artifact. It must never fall into his hands.
Okay.
Tear them to pieces.
So that's interesting enough. Yeah, so he'll offer some dialogue as I get these 4 swords, which is what the first part of this is going to be, and the rest will be steadily throughout. I know these main quests can be very long and challenging to watch, and maybe when you're going to watch a movie, you'd rather just watch a movie somewhere else. So I'm going to opt to try to take the advice of the, oh my god, I'm going to go down. I can't.
Never worked for him. I'm just here for the loot. You fucking wish it was that easy. And believe me, you ain't the first.
Oh my god. So I kind of want to show what these maps are and what these games are. Like, that's the point of my channel, like what I like. I want to share these games that I enjoy so much and why I enjoy them and what I think is cool about them.
See? Can't be hungry if you don't have a head. Problem solved.
The symbol on that stamp once struck fear into the locals. The sons of the owl made that sort of impression.
I don't know if this is gonna work. So yeah, like I want to share this Easter egg, and I did it as the Weaver skin because it's the one that was for this map. But I think I just like playing as Maya. Like, what can I do? So I might have better luck with it this time playing as her. But yeah, I think, did I get the sword? No, I didn't. But at least I have ammo. But I should try to. I think I'm gonna pack a punch it because I just need an AR, really, is what I'm looking for. The stag is the most difficult one, so I want to try to do this
If this
first.
sword could talk? No, that'd be pretty fucked up, actually. That's close enough, you fucking
I just
toad.
think we're aligned in a lot of ways, Maya and I, so I like playing as her. It just feels right. Even though she's a female, I'm a male, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think, to play. Like, whatever you feel more aligned with. If I play these games more like, it's more comfortable that way for me, like, just let me enjoy the game, please.
Gotta hand it to you, machine. You do not disappoint.
What I was trying to say is that a lot of these games take a lot of time, so I run out of things to say, but I think I can manage to say a lot of things, and if I ever don't have stuff to say, I'll just show the gameplay without commentary, but it'll still be a cohesive unit with me being a part of it, I guess. I'm still figuring it out, and I'm learning, and I'm trying to analyze, like, especially with a lot more videos, I have a lot more analysis to work with, but the biggest thing I've learned is that it's a lot of new people. Like, I do have some return viewers, but if I want this to be sustainable, I need a lot of return viewers.
Spiky.
I don't
What
want
the hell's it
anyone to
doing
feel
here?
as though you're not as important to me, like, because
That
I want
lightning
more.
rod is the sort of device the owl utilized in his alchemical experiments.
Yeah, see, so he says stuff about, cool, whatever. Luckily, this episode is going to be a little longer because I have to get the 4 swords. I have a little bit more I can say and interact with and
Currently
whatever.
closed for business. Hope there ain't no dragon guarding that place.
Haha. So, like, if I run out of things to say, I can just cut, which is nice, which it does take more time to edit, but it ends up being a more lasting product, I think. So I'm okay with doing that. So this is the point where I like start to forget what I'm saying, but I know what I want to say. Like I said, if I run out of things to say, I'll just let the game run a little bit, kind of like I did in the last Citadelle de Morts 4-sword style. So I have to be here and I have to get this. So since I don't really want this to be an instructional thing, like I'll say it as I go throughout, but if you want to learn how to do this, what I'm doing, like just look it up or look up a video. You can learn it in like 8 minutes or something, or you can read it. I always I prefer reading it, I've found. But if you're here for the entertainment, like I'm saying, you can watch me do this and maybe replicate it in the future if you feel ever so inspired, or you don't have the game and you get the game eventually, something like that. Where is this zombie with the... There it is. So I'm getting the first sword, which I honestly struggle with
Play
so
stupid
much.
games, win stupid prizes.
Like, I tend to die on this step a lot, so I'm gonna try not to. What I'm trying to say is that, like, sometimes, like, I don't know how you feel watching me. Like, what you view yourself as. Like, I think when I first started, I wanted it to be that so someone who viewed my channel could watch every single episode, or every single video that I uploaded. And now that I'm uploading more, that's just not something realistic. And that's okay, and it makes it so that I can reach more people and potentially make money. Because, like, if I wanted someone to see every single video that I ever uploaded in the world, like, it would honestly be, like, that very, very close level. So this is where it's gonna get a little deeper. Sometimes I get with that. That very close level to intimacy. Like, a spouse or something like that. Like, they're with you thick and thin through every little itty bitty thing. Whereas I think my audience should be more like my friends, where you're here for some of my life, but you're not here for all of it. You don't need to be here for all of it. You're just here for the parts that are convenient to you. Like, it's more of a relationship of convenience and enjoyment at the same time. Like, it can be fun and they're very fulfilling relationships, but it's not always like that. And when I was first starting it out, I kind of viewed my audience as my children. Like, I wanted to be there for you, like, you all, like, when you need me in a way that's, like, distant, you know, it's not the same thing, and you're not of me, you're not from me. But if I'm, like...
Your opponent is Ravenloft. Just turn your life around
But if I'm here as a support or whatever you need me for, like that's cool. Like I like being in here or whatever to help out, like something like that.
You dead.
Oh my
Why the lightning
god.
rod now?
Fucking always get this doppelgast. However, I'm realizing more and more, and this was like something that my mom talked to me when I told her about that analysis. I think she maybe just wants grandchildren in the future, so she doesn't want me to be satisfied with just having an audience on YouTube, which is respectable, but
nothing scarier than my right hook.
I don't have enough information or answers on that. But I think what it could be is more that my videos are my children, because I do create them. They are of me. So like if I can give them all that time, then and I want to have a lot of them, then sure, I'll make a lot of them as I can. However, with my audience, I don't need it to be a set amount. As much as I would like it to be as many people as humanly possible, because I want to have that impact on a lot of people. I want a lot of people to enjoy what I make. I want everyone to feel special and included, but I also think it's okay if you're not as special. Like if we're just cool, but like if you're here one day and you're gone another, like it's okay. I think it's so you can be a little replaceable, but I'll have you for as long as you want to be here for. There we go. I actually had a lot of success this time with Durandal, so that's awesome.
Think I'll call you Thunder Cleaver. No, that's right.
Durandal, the lightning blade. You may want to wear rubber gloves.
Maybe she has rubber gloves. Let's say. I'm gonna go ahead and work on Caliburn now that I have enough for Jug and Stamina. I know there was a drop back there, but I don't think there's any that I would take. So back with that. That analysis is over and done with. That way, if you can't watch all my videos, that's fine. We don't need to be that close. I don't think we should be that close. I think there's a very sacred type of relationship that way. Like I'm wearing an NBA jersey. I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler, and that's why I'm wearing the jersey, not because I'm a Warriors fan. But I do respect his move and whatever it did. It was very questionable at times, I'm sure. However, I agreed with his decision.
Fucking figures. Mouthy
Although,
shit like you never know when to quit.
I think there's some things
related
that
to Peck?
there's some things that you can, like these idols you call them, like it's a very harsh word, but I think it's the most relevant to what I'm trying to say. It's not like I put them above God or anything like that, which is how that word is often used, but it's someone I admire, I respect, and I want to take things from. Oh my god, fuck. So with Jimmy Butler, I really like that he knows his worth, and he like will seek that out, and he managed a huge jump in pay because of how he pushed himself out of the heat and how he used to push himself out of T-Wolves. Like, pay me.
Never a dull moment with you.
I don't have that type of connection with money.
Seems the owl devised this test for his bastard, the dragon.
I don't have a very large attachment to money at all. And although I would like to make money in the future, and I think it's important to make money, to like provide or like give or to enjoy as well and to be comfortable, things like that, it's important to ask and like claim your worth and make money where you can. How many zombies are there? I feel like this round is like extra long, and I forgot to. Oh, I don't need the sword. Whatever. I want to make. Did I turn this on? Yeah, I did. Okay, the brazier's on. There's a ton of zombies for no freaking reason. But so this is the point in my career on YouTube where I really want to get monetized. This summer this is the push where I'm trying to make. And that's why the saying I have in my bio, maybe at one point I'll list it somewhere so that you can keep track of all of them. The one for spring was those that want will have. And I feel like I'm incorporating that so much more in the summer than I did in the spring. So maybe it could be something delayed as well, like where in the fall is where I reach that level of reaching and I can exceed in a future. Come on. Because I do want to have like 100 million plus subscribers one day. That is my goal, my great goal. Like, and I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna try, and if I can't ever reach it, fine. But in order to do something like that, something amazing like that, I would need to do a lot of things. Like, first of all, I would need money. And the reason I was able to start this channel in the first place was because I had money working like internships that were from my school that were paid. I think more zombies spawn. Like, this is the longest round ever. So if you want to start any type of business or career or your channel or anything, usually you need some money or some assets, like my Xbox or the games that I have to start off. But I did have to do that. So now, as I'm getting more improved and my equipment is like failing on me or getting inadequate for the things that I want to do, like I need more revenue to create for that. And that might mean getting a full-time job. which is manageable, and I could do that, and it might be like something I don't necessarily want to do because I want this to be that, but if I have to do it, I'll do it, so to help sustain this channel. However, I'm making this push, this extreme push, to try to get monetized because I want to continue to be able to do this full time and bring more out of the channel. So that's why I feel like I want to enter that stage of Jimmy Butler, even though I do think like sometimes it hurts. Like he hedged his bets. Like I don't know how bad his injury is because the day that I'm recording this, oh my god. Please pick up the sword. Please pick up the sword. The day that I'm recording this is like very soon after he got that injury.
Because of course it is.
Very soon after he got that injury and the pelvic contusion or whatever that ended up being like
and just as intimidating.
Just as intimidating as dragons. So yeah, I'm missing a lot of what is being said as well, but that's just how I am, alright? Like I don't care about missing too much of this. Like I'll hear what I need to hear, and that's just how I am. So that's a topic for another day, it's whatever. Do I have another stamp? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and try to do Slice. So yeah, I'm trying to make that extra push right now, and so just like Jimmy Butler did, you know, like even though the Warriors may have gotten a little screwed over because they paid him a lot of money, but they did get an extension, and so he could have a pretty good year next year. We'll see. I hope he does because I really wish success upon him. I think that it's my time to like really try and make that push to get paid, just because I want to be able to sustain this career option. Even if I don't, I'll still find a way. I know I do, and that's like where the faith comes in and why I don't really value money as much as maybe a lot of other people do, is because I do believe in a God that will support me no matter what, regardless of how I do like in life. Like as long as I... Oh my god. I'm just really trying not to kill two at a time. I'm gonna go get some shields. So that's that. And that's, that wasn't really why I bought this jersey. Like, I bought it because I thought it was the right team to buy it for. Kind of like with the Westbrook jersey. I had the Thunder and I skipped the Rockets. I skipped the Lakers, but I bought it for the Clippers because I thought it was a really good fit for him. And that career ended, but it was a really good time, and I did get to see him, and it was really cool seeing him in a Clippers jersey and a Clippers game in Boston. Kind of like with Jimmy Butler, I think this is going to be a really good team for him, and I like that he restyled himself as Jimmy Butler III. Because I'm also Guillermo Garcia, like a fourth. People don't always know that about me, because I don't style myself that way. There we go.
Wish you warned me about splash zones, Pack? Would have packed a poncho. This is usually when I say nope and walk away.
So yeah, I'm kind of trying to realize that I can't be too picky with my audience now. Like, I'm just gonna do as much as I can. Wow, I only have 4 bullets. That's kind of coincidental. It's trying to mess up. So I'm trying not to be too picky. Like if one of the reasons I didn't want to upload so much.
Impressive. You outshone the lion.
Is because I didn't want too many people to miss videos, and unfortunately that's just how it's gonna have to happen. I didn't want to clutter sub boxes, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that, making it not too invasive, like too ugly or anything. I'm gonna try to keep the aesthetic good because I do think how things look is pretty important. Oh my god. So I'm gonna do my best, and I want to grow, and I hope that you want me to succeed as well in that. And so I hope you understand if the channel doesn't look exactly like you want it to. I hope that it can look a little bit like how a lot of people like it to, and if you want it to look a little different, like, you can tell me, and I might not be able to do every little thing that you want me to do, but I might be able to do some things, you know? Alright, I keep breaking my armor. So yeah, this is the last sword, and then we'll call it a part, and I'll split it up, because I do think that'll make this more easily watchable, and maybe easier on me to edit and get more out of, so that I can make more videos, because if you miss one video, and I put so much work in it, that would probably be tough, you know? Whereas if I have a lot of videos and you miss one or two, like, it's not as big of a deal. Let me just check that. Okay, that's good. I need my phone for this part. Sadly, because the Raven is like a little bit more complicated than I can really give it credit for. So I have something that I found. I show it in the Raven one. Maybe I'll show it. I could show it here as well if you want to take a screenshot of it. So if I can find it. So yeah, let me just make sure it's. It depends on what it is. I don't know. This one's. I think this one's the rockfish. Rockfish upside down and then Pisces. So this one's a little bit more complicated because you need to have that, or you need to know your signs and the symbols for the elements, but I don't think they're all exact. So I'm going to see how this journey goes, but I'm going to make a push for it, and if I can do it, great, and if I can't, well, I'll just take longer to do it. Upside down, and then Pisces. I think I'm right about this. I do know my sign, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, so I'll split them up into parts. I think that's what the people want, even though it was only 2 people who voted in that. I think they were probably pretty accurate for what most people want as well, and I agree with that. I'm a YouTube enjoyer as well.
Fella.
Sometimes, like, yeah, longer videos are a little bit harder to commit to clicking on. But more than anything, like, more than views, I care about watch time. Like, I want people to enjoy watching my videos and stick around watching it, not just click on a cool thumbnail and then just, like, leave because they realize it wasn't what they wanted. I'm not a fan of clickbait at all. I'm gonna do my best with what I got and how I'm doing it. And hopefully I can do... I mean, I'm not really too worried. Like, life's gonna work out for me however it is, and... the day I die is the day I die, but until that point, I'm going to do the best I can to have the life that I want to have.
Right between its glowing eyes.
I think that's most of what I had to say, and if I forgot to say anything, like, I'm sorry, but there should be a lot of stuff on the channel. Don't worry if you can't see everything, and if you want to see everything, well, I am going to take a massive break in uploads in 2026, so you can try and catch up on anything there. It'll be later in 2026, so don't expect it to be anytime too soon.
Spell you placed on my comrades. If you have such power, why did you not use it to escape?
To clarify, I am a scholar, not a magician. The incantation only worked because the power resides in this Citadelle, not in me.
Well, hello, dark and broody. What's your name?
The Raven Knight never found this gift. Kaboom! His loss, our gain.
He has lost our game because he never found it. That's cute. So yeah, I'm gonna end this round and then I'll save it. That's the really cool thing about Black Ops 6 and something that's gonna be able to allow me to do this series at all is the fact that I can save and quit a game and come back to it later. I did have some issues with that, doing that. Like, I had some glitches, so hopefully I don't run into any, but since I can take as many times as I need, I'm not too concerned with the success rate of this series.
Till I'm stuffed.
Because there's stuff I want to do. I'm going to do it regardless of how things turn out, and the things that can turn out well are great. I would be very happy to see that. But on that note, it's been Tog. I hope you enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever it is that you're doing. Stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.